The Israeli newspaper, The Announcer, did some interesting Photoshop when it came to images of the world leaders who came together for the Unity March in France. Now, this is an ultra-Orthodox news outlet, and they decided that maybe it would be a good idea to edit out all the female world leaders. Oh. So first, let's take a look at the original photo. And it's hard to see, but you see some females in the front, right? Where are my ladies at?
Angela Merkel certainly there,
yes.
The leader of Germany,
yes.
the mayor of Paris is there.
Yes. So let me give you the details on exactly who's in the picture in case you can't see it. The Announcer edited 2 female world leaders out of the image originally provided by wire service GPO, German Chancellor Angela Merkel and UE Foreign Policy Chief Federica Mogherini. Okay? And then later on they found out that another woman was edited out of the image, Anne Hidalgo. She's the mayor of Paris. Okay? So here's the original picture. Now let's take a look at what they included in their paper. They did a really bad job in photoshopping the women out. If you know what to look for, you can notice it. There are random blurry faces in the image that they utilize to kind of cover up the fact that they got rid of the women. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's amazing. Like, what? I don't understand the reasoning behind it. Is it because they're worried that if their followers see an image of men and women mingling together, then they'll be in favor of men and women mingling together? Like, what did you achieve in editing female world leaders out of this image? It's so stupid.
In fact, it is the exact counter message of the rally. So why are you bothering to cover it then? Because you're on the other side of this issue. You're among the fundamentalists who believe that your being offended is more important than facts, reality, other people's freedoms, liberties, etc. You don't think women and men should have the liberty to intermingle. If they actually did intermingle, you're willing to alter reality to protect people from getting offended or seeing that, etc. So I don't mean that you're as bad as the guys who did the killings. Of course not, right?
Not even close.
No. But you're on the side of the spectrum with the fundamentalists. I mean, that's why you don't want the women mingling. That's why the Hasidic Jews on the plains keep telling all the women that they have to get up and sit somewhere else because they don't want to sit next to them because they don't want to touch them. Well, that's like your problem, man, not their problem. Now, that's nowhere near killing someone, okay? But it is on that side of the spectrum. Yeah. The other side of the spectrum is for reason, logic, secular beliefs, freedom of the press, and doesn't give a damn if you're offended, okay? That's not... And maybe I'm overstating that side as well. A lot of lovely people on that side probably do care about giving offense, right? But the whole idea of editing out the women who attended this protest is counter to the entire theme of the rally.
Of course, of course. And they're proving that the rally needs to exist by doing what they did. But, you know, just going back to the whole thing about fundamentalism, it's just interesting because it's difficult to group all fundamentalists together because on one side, look, when you're talking about Muslim fundamentalists that are decapitating people and blowing people up, it's hard for you to group ultra-Orthodox Jews or fundamentalist Christians in the exact same group. You see what I'm saying?
No, it's not. No, and because the only part of that I would disagree with is exact same. Of course they're not the exact same thing, right? But they're fundamentalists. So they don't believe in reason, they don't believe in logic, they believe in old voodoo rules. So for ultra-Orthodox Jews, sometimes that means that you can't use electricity on Saturday. That seems fairly harmless to everybody else. Yeah. Okay, you want to do that for ultra-Orthodox Amish? They don't ever use electricity. They will go around their wagons in the middle of Pennsylvania. Okay, have at it, Hoss. Yeah, I agree with you. Of course, that's not as bad as harming someone else. Now, sometimes they cause inconvenience to others, making people move on planes, etc., right? But ideologically, they're in the same camp of we should believe old mythology and try to follow the dogma of that.
No, I agree with you on that.
And if it inconveniences other people, I don't really give a damn.
Yeah, I think we're having a discussion about two different things. If we're just solely looking at doctrine, then fundamentalists who have the literal interpretation of the doctrine are all crazy, right? But if you talk about human actions, interpreting that doctrine and then the human actions that come out of it, it's hard to group Muslim fundamentalists and Orthodox Jews and everything together.
Yeah, I got you. But the reason I keep insisting that it's not that hard is because it's a spectrum, right? So I don't want anybody to walk away, it's a black and white issue, he just called them killers. No. But on that side of the spectrum, we have people who then, okay, so you go ultra-Orthodox, okay, if they sit in a cave on Saturdays, it doesn't bother anybody, okay, fine, right? But then wait a minute now, they make people move on a plane, okay, it's not that much of a big deal, okay, fine. Okay, well then they also believe that the Judea and Samaria is their God-given land. And so they're going to do settlements in the West Bank and try to prevent peace forever. Not so fine. But they're going to say, wait. You said it was okay. You said it was okay for me to believe in the sky god and take his word literally. Also literally, this is my fucking land and I will never let it go and I will go to war forever to protect that. Okay? Christian fundamentalists. There's a ton of lovely Christian fundamentalists in the country. I'm friends with Christian fundamentalists. I had one guy on the football team who was so goddamn nice in high school, I couldn't bear it anymore. Yeah. Okay? On the other hand, so is he a killer? Of course not a killer, right? Not even close. On the other hand, Christian fundamentalists also believe, well, if you give me this, I'll take that. And what I'll take is, it says in my book that all of you have to die before my Lord and Savior Jesus comes back. Only 144,000 survive. We get sucked up into heaven by the giant vacuum cleaner of the sky god, and all of you get drowned in a bloodbath. And I want that to happen. They say, I want that to happen. So what I want is we got to destroy the mosque in Jerusalem, and we got to rebuild the temple, and we're going to cause a gigantic war called Armageddon where you all die, right? So Christian fundamentalists are not as bad. My ass, they're not as bad. They're the worst, okay? They're all on that side, right? Now, of course, that doesn't mean the most benign person, my lovely friend in high school who's 1,000 times better guy than I am, is the same as the Muslim killer in France. But once you believe in the voodoo, you're on that side. And so this ultra-Orthodox paper, just because they're Jewish doesn't mean they're on the side of those poor people who died in that kosher grocery store. You see what I'm saying? No, all the Jews, Muslims, Christians, atheists, agnostics that believe in secular law, that believe in logic and reason ruling us, are on one side. All the fundamentalists are on the other side. Okay, now we'll end on a slightly fun note. Someone else did the reverse Photoshop, where they took out all the male leaders from the picture. Take a look. Oh boy. And what does that tell you? We might need a couple more female leaders.
Damn.